teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Cincinnati Bengals and the Denver Broncos. And to no one's surprise here in Denver, they'll carry through the back of the end zone for a touchback. A first carry for the former Oklahoma Sooner, Joe Mixon. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
Complete.
16 yards, a first down.
A gain of
Well, remember, they tried to give him the ball and let him run on the last play, but I think the light bulb went off in their play caller's mind, and this time, they get it to him the more conventional way, and it's much more successful as well.
Burrow going to fake to mix it and now look to throw. And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete.
The good signal callers would never go back in the huddle and play the blame game because they need those guys to protect him. But on that last one, his offensive line, they lost their leverage very quickly, and that's why they were able to get to him and hit him as he tried to throw the football and force an incompletion.
So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. They're passing here. Joe Burrow. Got a man open. It's Ross. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. But this will fortunately wind up out of bounds.
a fumble. You
can almost see inside his face mask there the look of relief. He coughed it up, but it goes out of bounds. They keep it.
Someone carrying around the lucky horseshoe, aren't they? If I were him, I'd go out and play the lottery after that one. A very fortunate man.
And they're operating in plus territory here. They're thinking points. Definitely don't want to lose the football at this juncture.
He was brought
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Brings up 2nd and 5.
Out of the shotgun, they run with Mixon. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 3.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean or else they'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
Burrow on 3rd down. That's going to be caught by Ross for a Bengal touchdown.
Complete to
John Ross, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Bengals take it right down and score on the opening drive.
Robbie Gould lining
They had to go to the monitor, get an extra look. That's what the technology is for. And this touchdown will count. And he's got it to make it 7-0 Bengals.
makes the score. Bengals 7, Broncos nothing. Robbie Gould set to kick off.
After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
Hilton on the return. The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Lock and the Broncos going to come up 1st and 10. at their own 24. Off play action, he'll throw to start the drive. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Tyus Bowser gets him for a loss of 10 yards from his linebacker spot.
Okay, partner, a couple points of interest right here, all right? Offensively, we see that they came out throwing the football, but maybe more importantly, the blitz that came defensively, they got right after him.
And you were telling me pregame before we came on air, you think this is something we could see a lot.
Yeah, there's no doubt about it because this is a unit that wants to play the game on their terms.
The ball carrier.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on third down. So instead of fourth down, first down.
Well, so much for winning the down you put a lot of emphasis on because third down is key for offense and defense. Instead, you're going to stay on the field and start a new set of downs.
Here's Locke. That's going to be caught by Judy. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Jerry Judy, his second touchdown on the season. And the Broncos are an extra point away from tying the football game. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
5-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Ryan Kerrigan in on the tackle.
A gain of 4.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown, so a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 15 yards on the play, first down. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, said he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to him.
This time, Burrow will look to throw. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
I know this may be jumping the gun a little bit, but 7-7, they're flinging it around like crazy. Look at the drive that's going on here. Partner, we may have to start thinking about one of these defenses just holding someone to a field goal and maybe trying to get an advantage that way.
So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 35-yard line. Burrow going to give this to Mixon. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13. From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. He gets this in the hands of Mixon. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 15 yards on the play, first down.
A gain of 15.
I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
Mixon with a first down carry. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will.
It's a gain of 10.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
From down at the 12, it's first and 10. Now they run with Mixon. No dice this go-around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. 2 yards the loss, second and 12.
I think Cameron Hayward's ability to take on blocks, hold the point of attack, and get upfield serves him very, very well. What a nice play there.
Yeah, he can take on blocks because he's built like a block. A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's second and 12. And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up third down.
This defense has really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense going to have to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
Really in a hole here, third and 17 following the 2 negative plays. Out of the gun, it's Burrow. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
Gold on for the field goal. A 36-yard attempt.
The kick by Gold is good. And the Bengals are on the board first here. It's 3-0. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays, and when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you score points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
First and 10 at the 38-yard line.
So here's a first and 10 at the 38. Here's the backup now, the former Badger, Melvin Gordon. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11. 38-yard line, second and 11.
38-yard line.
Block working out of the gun. It's complete here to T.Y. Hilton. And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. And the Bengals grab it. And they get the football. They'll set up shop at their own 49-yard line.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
Now Gordon on first down. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. Clearly wasn't outside of the tackle box. There's your penalty.
And accompanying that penalty, a loss of down.
So now it's third and long, because remember, they also lose a down on the grounding call. Here's Locke to throw. Man open left side is Brown. And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45.
A.J. Brown.
They didn't get the first down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up. Keep it on his feet, get a little rack yardage.
Yeah, but a nice job defensively to get to him and keep him short of the first. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. That one sails out of bounds. The side judge will walk it off. And he says it went out of bounds at the 9-yard line. Nice punt.
Let's go old school there. That's absolutely a great coffin corner punt. Someone's put some time in working on that, hasn't it?
Seems like every year these guys get better and better. It's amazing how they can command that football through the air.
Yeah, they used to actually practice with hula hoops where they place them and try and put them there. Now a lot of guys use barrels on the sidelines to try and put the football in one.
Although a jet sweep to start the drive. And he will lose yardage here back to his own 6. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
That's the danger, Charles, of running plays like this for your wide receiver. They can hit big or they can be duds.
Yeah, you're exactly right about that, because if they're forced to try and go around defenders behind the line of scrimmage, sometimes you can give yardage in order to gain it. But in this case, they gave yardage and didn't get it back.
Now the throw hauled in by Green. And they work this out past the 25. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
Gain of 20.
Well, they were backed up to start the drive, but how about that aggressiveness? Firing it downfield right away. Nice job there getting out towards what would have been their normal starting position.
They'll run on first down. Mixon. And he'll be tackled at about the 35.
Joe Mixon.
A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
7 yards there and a first down.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
So 2 first downs, and that moves the ball to the 42 now, 1st and 10. They find some open field here. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. That one good for 15, and the Bengals get a first down.
I'm not sure how much more evidence they need, partner, than to understand that if they don't start to slow him down, it's going to be a long afternoon here at the stadium, because he is just shredding them at this point. And let's face it, coming into the game, they knew he would be the focal point of their attack. This is going to take an 11-man unit on the defensive side to start making plays.
The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a first down. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
Yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
11 more on that one and another first down.
Cincinnati.
They'll give it to Mixon, and he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. Joe Mixon, his 9th touchdown of the season. Now the Bengals, they widen their lead. People always talk about one of his biggest strengths running the football, vision, and he found the spot there, went into the end zone.
You're exactly right about that. It wasn't just the vision, right? Once he saw the gap, decisiveness, made up his mind, and about the power to finish the play. Not only did he get good blocking, he created his own space as well.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. They find themselves down 17-7 as they start this drive, 1st and 10. Now a throw right side taken in here to start this drive. And all the way inside the 35 before he goes out of bounds. It's a big play there for the Broncos. 43 yards. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Here's Edwards-Helaire. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
16 more on that one and another first down.
It sure didn't take this offense long to get within striking distance of the end zone. 2 plays.
Feel the energy? You can just feel it, can't you? Because they are creating it on offense. The way they're running the football. Now they've swept into the red zone. Momentum all on their side.
He's brought down.
It's Logan Wilson there to bring him down.
Vision is so important for the man in the middle because his ability to look through all the clutter that's happening in front of him, diagnose a play, and then go make it and finish it, that's when the great ones know that they have the goods.
On 2nd and 9, Locke. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Jerry Jeudy, his 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Broncos have cut it to within a score.
I think everyone in the league talks about finishing, don't they? Doesn't matter whether it's a quarter, a half, a game, a series, whatever. But they're finishing the first half in fine style, putting that one in the end zone.
They did, and they didn't leave much time on the clock either. Well done. McManus's point after is good, and the lead's down to a field goal at 17-14.
And this carries into the end zone. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. You're under a minute to go here in the half. Field position not really in your favor, but still time to try to move the ball and get in field goal range. Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. Picked off by Ronald Darby. And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
After the turnover, here's Locke. They'll roll him out right. He's going to take off with it. The ball comes out.
Much like a running back going through the line, quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time, wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately, had an alert teammate who was able to get it.
Second and short now following the fumble.
Shotgun snap to Locke. And he fires one incomplete. He was trying to hit Melvin Gordon there. And it's 3rd and short.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
They tried to throw on 2nd down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. And that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now.
Intended for Trey Burton. Incomplete. Sets up 4th down.
So on 4th down, on comes Brandon McManus and the field goal unit for the Broncos. From the right hash, just a 34-yard attempt. And McManus able to put it through, and that will knock things up here late in the first half. Well, maybe a nice psychological boost there just to get back to even with that field goal as we head towards half.
Coaching 101 always says at halftime, play it like it's 0-0 on the scoreboard. Well, in this case, it's level, right? Same score each side. Just start over. Now you get the second half to play.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
Now they'll work from the 29 on 2nd and 6.
They'll keep it on the ground again here. And he'll just keep two hands on the football as he'll be taken down after a short pickup. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So 3rd and 2, and I count 6 defensive backs out there. Final play of the half for Burrow and company. And the throw there going to be incomplete. So thanks to the late field goal, we are all tied up heading to intermission. As we send you on out to our studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman at REA Sports Halftime Report.
Set to kick off.
And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. Taking it about the 1. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game, we'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Got to wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You got everything going your way. You've probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect, but overall, you like what your game plan's showing you.
They'll get only a couple down to the 44.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. From the gun, it's Locke. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on. 3rd down.
Well, that one was all about the defender making life difficult for the receiver. Very tough for a guy to hold on to the football through all that contact. He ends up forcing the incompletion.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Operating from the gun. Locke. Oh, he'll air this one deep for Judy. And the pass is caught. Touchdown, Denver. Jerry Judy. Jerry Judy. 44 yards. And the Broncos have broken the tie. Well, there was a little extra pressure with that one because it was 3rd down. He didn't care. He snagged it with one hand like it was routine.
The key is to make a play in a tough situation. Doesn't matter how, and in this case, one-handed gets it done. Terrific play for us to watch.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Their own 25-yard line.
No hesitation. Don't try my patience. I'm gonna put out one foot is safe.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And this game was all square at halftime, but now they find themselves down 7 following the opening drive touchdown here in the third quarter.
And they need to take a good, relaxing, deep breath, don't you think? Because right now they might start to feel like they've got to play catch-up here and start matching them point for point. But it's still too early to get there. They can still run their offense. Plenty of time to get back in this game. Always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play, so it was looking good, but nothing there, and now it's third down and inches. Now they go play action now. Burrow going deep downfield for Ross. It's caught at the 10.
Bring it, baby, bring it.
And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. John Ross with his second TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Bengals are an extra point away from tying up this football game. And that will tie our game here in the third quarter.
That ties the game 24-24. Robbie Gould.
So all square here in this third quarter as the kick's away. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30.
Hilton on the return. The Broncos take over first and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And these two teams have traded touchdowns so far with their first possessions here in the third quarter, so we're right back to where we started at intermission.
Yeah, how about that? Tied at the half, tied after the first 2 drives of the third quarter, 1 for each. That tells me that someone's defense has got to step up and make a big play and try and change the momentum of this game.
Now Edwards-Helaire. And he'll get about 3 as he takes this up near the 25.
Edwards-Helaire, the ball
But
carrier.
obviously they would have at least liked to have gotten back to the original line of scrimmage. Instead now, they're dealing with second and long.
I thought they would have passed it after the penalty. Probably wish they would have now. So still 14 yards to go, second down.
57, Mike, 57.
Throwing now is Locke. Open man is Trey Burton. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for third down.
Third and 4.
They'll run. It's Edwards-Helaire. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup there, but it's going to take him to fourth down.
I know they want to go for it here, and I know that their fans want them to go for it, but listen, I'm going to play head coach right here and look at the facts. Tie game, plus, even if you get the first, you still got a half a field to go. I'll go ahead and punt the football myself.
A very good return that time. 18 yards. And the Bengals will take over here first and 10. The Bengals drive about to get going.
The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
Throwing now, Burrow on first down. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Green. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last two plays. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Right there, 54, right there, 54. Let's get that ball, let's get that ball. Check.
Now Joe Mixon. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
Back to Mixon on first down.
Yeah, he'll work free from one tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down.
A gain of 3, second down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down.
It's another zone defense. It looks like it's open for possibilities, but they did a nice job patrolling the middle of the field and forcing an incompletion.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on second down. Now it's Burrow. They'll set up the screen here to Mixon. And he takes it down to the 13 and picks up the first. The drive stays alive. A third down gain of 8.
An 8-yard
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
They go back to the ground now with Mixon. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
2nd and 11 at the 14-yard line.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
14-yard line, 2nd and 11.
Now it's Burrow. And that is caught. He's got it for a Bengal touchdown.
Complete to
C.J. Uzomah, his first touchdown on the year. And the Bengals have broken our tie as they take the lead. And he's able to put it through.
Makes the score Bengals 31, Broncos 24.
After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And now, after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point game in this fourth quarter.
Plenty of time on the clock.
And he's going to lose yardage here. Back to his own 18.
Taken down back at the 18-yard line.
Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. From the gun, Locke. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. A gain there of 21 yards. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Throwing right, and that's complete. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Good yardage after the catch. Is that play good for 30 and a first? Now, we know this offense has the potential to strike quickly, and they just bit off two huge plays on back-to-back snaps.
So on the other side of the ball, you've got to go band of brothers thought process. No one left behind, no pointing fingers, no accusations. Because if you don't, those quick strikes we just saw, they become long-lasting.
A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. Operating from the gun, Locke. And that is incomplete. He was trying to get that to Edwards-Helaire out of the backfield. But now it's third down.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
The Broncos on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is going to be 3rd and 13. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7. But first things first, they need to score as they come up on 1st and goal. They showed off a nice juke of the defender before the next wave could bring him down. A nice pickup of 6 there to get him closer to the end zone, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
Brings up 2nd and goal.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. They'll try to run with Edwards-Helaire. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Denver. Clyde Edwards-Helaire. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Broncos are an extra point away from tying the football game. And we are tied here in the 4th quarter.
That ties the game, 31-31. Brendan McManus to kick off.
So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this 4th quarter. This will make it into the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this 4th quarter to try to grab that lead back. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. The drive starting with a 1st down, 11 yards on that pickup.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. On 1st and 10, Joe Burrow. He'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. They'll get 14 on that one. Good for a Bengal 1st down.
14.
And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. Burrow will throw. The slant complete to Green. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
First down, Cincinnati.
We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. A handoff to Mixon. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
That's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Again, it's Mixon. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up.
And it's 3rd down.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And they're facing a big 3rd down now in this tie ball game. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. And this is going to be intercepted. Levi Wallace with a pick. And he'll bring it all the way back just a yard or 2 shy of midfield. So how about that for a momentum switch?
The Broncos.
We're in the 4th quarter and it's a tie game.
At their own 49.
You've got to take care of the football here. Now their opportunity to take the lead right out the window, and everything is flipped in the other direction.
Good starting position for the Broncos here as they come up 1st and 10, just shy of midfield at the 49. The drive will begin with a run by Edwards-Helaire. And across midfield he goes and into Bengal territory. Gets a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
On 2nd down, a run with Edwards-Helaire. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
Edwards-Helaire, they'll try to run for it. And he gets it to the 34, good enough for the first. Give him 7 yards on the play as they do pick up the 3rd down conversion. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the 4th. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. And they'll run the end around here with Judy. Nifty move. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Defensively, they had that one pretty well figured out.
Yeah, and one of the things about this play, it can be even more effective when you run a lot of motion, and there's plenty of times you don't hand it off.
Ball at the 33, 2nd and 9.
They'll run here with Edwards-Helaire. And he'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7. The Bengals going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds remaining. from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. A loss of a yard, and it brings up fourth. Now they get the timeout. It leads you to wonder, will they kick it here or risk running another play and possibly not getting down in time? We'll see.
A 44-yard attempt.
And that is no good. And a costly one there as this game remains tied here in the fourth.
Everything looked good. Good snap, good hold. Sometimes, though, the ball just doesn't want to go where you want it. And this one winds up no good.
The Bengals drive about to get going. Tie game, and barring something incredible here, we're likely headed to overtime.
What I would do is either hand it off inside or more likely to take a knee and let the clock run out. Because if I'm back there trying to throw and a sack happens, the ball comes free, I can lose the game here. If I get to overtime, I can still win it.
7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3.
Pickup brings up 2nd and 3.
Now it's Burrow. Going deep downfield for Ross. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And they will play it safe here and bring this one out to the 25. The Bengals drive about to get going. They set for their first drive here in overtime, and this is where the crowd can really become a factor.
They've had to battle it all day, but I know what you're saying. In overtime, that gets doubled, doesn't it? At least, because now the crowd really wants to be involved and help their team, and that first drive can dictate the whole thing because they know if this team takes it downfield and scores a touchdown, it's game over.
It's been loud in here so far. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. First throw in overtime now for Burrow. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
So much about defending the pass is being able to be right there at the moment the ball gets to the receiver, and he was right in his hip pocket, helping force that incompletion.
What will they draw up to try to keep this opening drive of overtime moving? 3rd and 7. Here's Burrow. And able to find Green. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. He's up to 88 yards receiving in the ballgame now, and he's got a first down. Now Burrow on first down. Green with a catch left side. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. That'll go as a pickup of 32 on the catch and run.
Well, that certainly changes things here because they're in field goal range already, but a field goal, that's not what they're looking for now, not after that big play right here in overtime.
Mixon with a first down carry. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9.
Mixon on the carry.
This game not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two. And now the Broncos will burn another timeout here. They'll be left with just one remaining here at OT. going to go jet sweep here. This is Ross with it. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal. They'll run with Mixon. He pushes forward for maybe 3 down to the 6-yard line. And I know you, with every carry, especially in overtime, you're just saying, if you're that ball carrier, hold on to the football.
Hold on to it, protect it, but not necessarily settling, because you're trying to get to the end zone. You're trying to end the game right here. And I know the defensive guys poking, clawing, raking, trying to knock the ball free and protect their end zone.
Yeah, like you alluded to, especially this part of the field. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he's going to be taken down here, still a couple yards short of the first. The 4-yard pickup, not enough. 4th down. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the first down. In this case, it didn't happen.
Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. They'll be down to just 1 remaining as we step aside here in overtime. So they say forget the field goal and the lead. They're going for the win in OT here on 4th and goal. They'll try and throw for it with Burrow. Oh, and it's intercepted. Good positioning, and it's picked off. And he is going to be stopped on the return at his own 3-yard line. A costly mistake here in OT.
And you know what they say when you throw an interception like that in overtime? You don't usually get a chance to throw a second one. I mean, I'm not sure the analytics on it. Let's ask Marvin, our statistician, to ring that down for us. That's typically how coaches and teams feel about it. If you throw one, you likely cost yourself the game.
And he's going to be taken down shy of the 5-yard line. DJ Reader there on the tackle.
That first down play, all you want to do is wedge out any type of space and try and create enough room that if you have to run the punter out there, he can successfully complete the punt.
Yeah, didn't get a ton there, but at least some positive yardage. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down. They'd like to avoid punting from their own end zone so they could use something here on 3rd down. From the gun, Locke. And he is going to have the first down as he's up to his own 13-yard line. They get 9 there, and in the process escaping their end zone, picking up a first down. Now a carry for Edwards-Helaire. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
At the 12.
On 2nd and 11 now. Locke. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Operating from the gun. Locke. Open man. He completes it to Judy. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down.
It's 4th down.
Check 24, check 24. Topper, topper.
Locke gonna go on 4th down. That's gonna be caught by Judy, but he will not get away. He stops short of the marker. Well, how about this? The very, very rare tie that we just witnessed. Hard to believe.
You don't see it very often. A bonus period of football, yet both teams go home a little bit unsatisfied.
So that's it. No double overtime until the playoffs roll around, so that means this one ends in a tie.
Yeah, that's ultimately unsatisfying for both teams, the fan bases, Heck, for us,
True.
we came here to see a winner, right?
We did.
Winner and a loser. We didn't get it. We end up with a tie. Everyone walks away. A little bit cranky on this one.
Meh.
Yeah, a little bit.
MEH, man.